Hawkeyes 6-0 on this football season. Their last 19 games, they're 15-4. That's the fourth best 19-game stretch since you go back to the 1920s, where Iowa, I believe, won 20 in a row. Kirk Ferentz has two of the four best 19-game spans, basically, in the last 90 years. 02-03, they were 16-3. Hayden Fry, his teams went 17-2, late 84, 85, and then into early 1986. And then there was a 17-1-1 or a 16-2-1 type stretch for the Iowa Hawkeyes back in the 1950s. So this is pretty heady territory, especially when you consider Iowa's 4 losses with the 15 wins come by a combined total of 12 points. And, of course, all those coming last season. Iowa, the second longest win streak in the nation right now. 10 games in a row. Rick Stanzi 14-3 as a starting quarterback at Iowa. This week they go to Wisconsin. You know what it's going to be. It's going to be a physical, knock them down, drag them out football game. Iowa stole Wisconsin's manhood last year. Sean Green went for over 200 yards. The Iowa offensive line was absolutely dominant. Brett Bielema is going to remind the Badgers of that all week long. I see a low-scoring game. Turnovers always come into play. Last week, Scott Tolzien, the quarterback for the Badgers against Ohio State, he threw a pick six. He threw 2 of them. In fact, Ohio State, I think, had 1 offensive touchdown in that game. The only touchdown that Wisconsin scored came on a fake field goal that was set up by a Terrell Pryor interception inside Ohio State's 20-yard line. Although Wisconsin dominated that game, rather, statistically, they came up on the losing end. They had the ball for over 42 minutes. They outgained Ohio State nearly 2-1. They had 22 first downs to Ohio State's 8, and they lost 31-13. Go figure that. This is going to be a big-time Big Ten fight. If the Hawkeyes can win this, boy, you could start to look down the road at Pasadena. It's no longer a 12-game season for Iowa. It's a 6-game season. Very low-scoring game, a close game. Wisconsin's place kicker is a big thing for them. He's going to kick 3 field goals, but I think Iowa wins by 1 point, 17-16. They go to 7-0 for the first time since 1985. An Iowa team has never, ever started a season or gone 8-0. It has never happened. Back in the 20s, early 20s, they played 7-game seasons at that particular point in time, and they will be ranked in the top 10 when they leave Madison and head on the road next week to Michigan State.